There's no denying that supercars are some of the most powerful cars in the world. When a supercar drives down a road, people will be sure to stop and stare at it. But sometimes supercars get attention for all the wrong reasons and get destroyed. Welcome to Limitless Facts, and today we're giving you the rundown on the 10 times people got mad and trashed supercars. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Also, ring the notification bell so that you'll be the first to know when we come out with more awesome content. If you don't, this spider will crawl into your ear when you're sleeping. Number 10. Man throws rock at Lamborghini. In a video uploaded on YouTube in 2014, a dad who was presumably sitting comfortably in his house is seen visibly upset and angry as a $400,000 Lamborghini Aventador made laps on a suburban road somewhere in the United States. The driver of the black and yellow car was clearly having the time of his life, causing ruckus for people living in the neighborhood. But this dad wasn't having any of that. The man went outside and courageously put his body in front of the supercar, threatening that he would smash the car with a large rock if the driver didn't quit it. Well, the driver thought that it was a joke and promptly went around the man who clearly wasn't joking. And a few seconds later, he threw said large rock at the car and smashed one of the windows. How's that for justice? Number 9. Man throws apple at Lamborghini. Supercars have quite the bad reputation in some places. This is the case in London, where rich guys from the Middle East ship over their supercars and use the roads of London as their personal racetracks. But even if these luxury cars aren't speeding down roads, locals still complain of the noise that they make when drivers show off and rev their cars unnecessarily. A middle-aged man in West London was in this conundrum when a $250,000 Lamborghini Aventador was sitting idle on the road in front of his home. The man got annoyed by the supercar and took apples from his fruit bowl to use as ammunition. His first shot missed the car, but the second one hit the driver's window before exploding into bits on the road, surprising the driver and some people walking by. Number 8. Cheated girlfriend smashes Ferrari 458 in FORGIATO ad. Seems like brands will do anything these days to sell. LA-based custom wheel manufacturer FORGIATO didn't hold back in one commercial to show that their wheels could withstand anything. As the plot goes, a supermodel girl with red hair finds her significant other cheating on her with another woman who is equally attractive as she is, except her hair is blonde. The redhead, understandably angry, wants to exact revenge on her ungrateful husband or boyfriend, and gets the hammer from somewhere in the luxury mansion that she lives in, and heads to her lover's Ferrari 458. Now, for all the people out there who think that FORGIATO is just faking it, well, they're not. The Ferrari that gets smashed in the hood, glass, and rear fender is the real deal. Number 7. Angry driver smashes gold BMW i8. Many supercar owners are influencers and personalities that dominate social media, and they're not afraid to do anything with their car to get the most exposure. YouTube prankster Kobe Person was driving his gold-wrapped BMW i8 for a little outing in New York City when he and his friend thought that it would be the best idea to stop in the middle of a busy road, creating a bottleneck in the traffic. While Person and his friend sat on the hood, a driver got fed up with the stunt and pulled up behind the gold supercar after he decided that he'd waited long enough in the stalled traffic. With a baseball bat in hand, the man then proceeded to swing at the windshield of the $140,000 supercar, making Kobe and his pals scream in disbelief. Well, who wouldn't be angry about that? But this isn't the most extreme show of road rage when it comes to supercars. You'll have to watch out for our number 1 pick. Number 6. Teen skater smashes McLaren windshield. Imagine standing in line for ice cream and trying to take a video of the gorgeous sunset when the unexpected happens. Well, in a viral video that made the rounds of the internet in 2016, YouTube user Paul Gonzo was at his local Little Man ice cream when a bright orange McLaren MP412C passed the crowd and ran the stop sign, almost hitting a teenager that was on the crosswalk on his skateboard. The people outside the ice cream shop gasped loudly, as the sound of a solid object breaking glass could be heard. Later in the video, the teen is seen running off into the sunset while the owner of the $250,000 supercar yelled at the kid, then left his valuable asset behind to chase after the offending teen. After Gonzo posted the video on YouTube, many users defended the teenager, saying that it was the McLaren owner's fault for not following the stop sign. Some users say that the driver should be held accountable since he could have killed someone for showing off. What do you think? Comment down below, and if you thought this was the worst of it, you should check out the number 1 pick on this list. Number 5. Truck driver crushes boss's Ferrari. A series of photos posted on Facebook in May 2020 caused quite the uproar as they showed quite the gruesome scene. A semi-truck quite literally crushing a Ferrari to pieces. Based on the captions posted with the pictures, the driver of the semi-truck was enraged because his employer promised him a 2019 Volvo, but he wanted a like-new 2020 model. When the driver didn't get what he wanted, he became furious and jumped into his semi before running over the Ferrari sitting outside the parking lot, which can be seen in the images. While this may all seem unlikely, various reports confirm the Ferrari casualty, but the reasons as to why the driver went berserk are not very clear. But still, it was probably so bad that it made him trash a $200,000 supercar. Number 4. Owner smashes BMW M6 with axe. What's a man gotta do when he's done everything to be heard and, well, he's not? Permoseni Hadi was quite happy with his BMW M6 until it began to show issues with its reliability. Apparently, it rattled and buzzed while driving. So Hadi took it to the BMW service center in Italy, where he received a less than satisfactory service after multiple attempts to get the problem solved. Hadi changed tactics and wrote a passionate letter to BMW, which he promptly mailed. Unfortunately, the automobile manufacturer wasn't as prompt and Hadi never received a response. With no other option left, Hadi and his friend Thomas Brunner drove the coupe to the Frankfurt Auto Show, grabbed a sledgehammer and an axe, then proceeded to smash the M6 right outside the convention center of the auto show. Number 3. Man attacks Ferrari 612 Scaglietti. Some people don't need a reason to trash a supercar, and that's what happened to this innocent Ferrari in Edinburgh, Scotland. The supercar's owner, a property developer named Rajinder Singh, brought the Ferrari 612 Scaglietti to a workshop because it had a problem with its pump. Things went along as usual until later in the month when Singh received a phone call from employees of the workshop and received the gruesome news. Fortunately, there was a CCTV in the workshop at the time, and it could be seen that a masked intruder entered the workshop brandishing an axe before stabbing the car practically everywhere. He then took out a knife, stabbed all tires, then left as if he just didn't do something horrible. Singh approached police about what happened, and unfortunately, they couldn't do anything more than investigate, as there was no way to identify the man. Number 2. Man drives Porsche Cayenne into dealership. It's infuriating when you order your car with specific features and the dealership doesn't deliver. Well, that's exactly what this man in Taiwan was facing when his brand new Porsche Panamera Sport Turismo was given to him with some options missing. Normally, he could just go to the customer service area to lodge his complaint, but this man wasn't going to take that route. Instead, the man got in his car and smashed through the glass walls of the dealership in Taichung City. The man wasn't satisfied with just breaking the glass, however, and he proceeded to smash the front desk of the reception area as employees of the dealership came running to the scene to see what was going on. Well, the man was hurt all right, as police arrived after the incident and took him to jail, where he was faced with charges related to property damage, intimidation, and public endangerment. Number 1. Philippine president crushes contraband luxury cars. There's no greater anger at supercars than what the Philippine president showed when 68 cars were crushed to bits by a bulldozer in July 2018. The supercars, which included Lamborghinis, Porsches, and Mustangs among others, were all seized by customs after attempts to smuggle them into the country failed miserably. The smuggled supercars were brought to an empty lot in northern Philippines, and before they met their fate, the Philippine president gave a speech where he said that bulldozing such cars were one of his goals in his campaign to eradicate corruption in the government. Then, with his white hat on, the president took a seat and cheered as the bulldozer ran over each car and began the destruction. All in all, the cost of the cars amounted to over $6 million. And this wasn't even the first time that the president had done this. In February, 30 luxury cars were destroyed using the same method. Now that's the ultimate trashing of supercars. Which supercar trashing moment is your favorite? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, head on over to our other video on the top 10 heavy equipment fails. That's all for now, and we'll see you next time.